but my notes are so scarce.
For a little bit of inspiration. It should be quite easy.
All right, I'll do it. Okay, I'm not. I gotta focus. All right. So we finish exploring the facility, and we decide not to take the generals with us. Then we discuss what to tell Baracus. And what I have in my notes is that we're at a stalemate. But did we come to a decision?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So my notes are
The
correct.
consensus came out to tell Baracus that we were inside and like what is kind of in there, but not try to avoid talking about the key.
Okay. Yeah. Rainier Ragnarok confirm, head to the beach. We also, before that happened, this is not in my notes, but I just remembered that we set our wyverns free. Some didn't want to, but we did. Once there, we head back and find Cal and Ember on the way. We almost got into a fight, but it worked out in the end. Then we make camp right there and head to the beach the next day for a fun, uneventful beach day.
Uneventful? What kind of fucking octopus?
My notes aren't done. During some horseplay, which is in my notes, Freeman and Ragnarok stumble upon an octopus and decide to leave it alone, much to Firm's chagrin. And then we finish our beach day and see a ship in the distance. Does anyone have anything to add to my scarce notes?
We could just drag the octopus out of the water.
The use of horseplay makes this the fucking Top Gun beach scene to me. You've done this.
It was that. It was in fact that.
Great. Just needed to be clear because it was about to be canon and you had a chance to make it not. But thanks for that.
You're welcome. This is what I'm here for.
I believe somebody was actually wearing jean shorts.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Go ahead and take some inspiration, Ragnarok. The evening finished on a long rest, and you all awaken on the 14th of Flame Rule. The ship you had seen in the distance is much closer. It seems to only have a very short time before it will reach the point where it can approach no closer to the coast and have to set off a smaller ship. Do you guys just kick around? Is there anything in particular anybody wishes to do, or you just want to wait for your expected arrivals?
I can't get the octopus by myself, so I'll wait.
You should. You could always try.
No. I guess Firm's just gonna wait.
Okay. You spend time however you choose, whether it's further relaxation, further study, practice. In about 3 hours' time, you see a rowboat detaching from the ship and making its way to shore. With from the distance, it just looks like there's people on the boat. Unsure of exactly how many. A short while after that, the boat breaches the the sandy shoreline, and you see that there are what look to be like clearly members of a ship's crew. And Baracus and Fettlework and Rael step off this boat into the water. Those that can help bring the boat up onto the sand for a moment. The ship people go about just checking to make sure the little ship is still in good condition, that it's properly secured. You hear some talk amongst them as they're doing this. Basically talking about like, I never thought like we'd take a job coming out here, let alone actually making landfall. What do you think's in that tower? I don't know. I don't want to find out. Baracus and Fettlework and Rael come up and join your group. They wave hello to everybody. Greetings are had. So, Baracus speaks up. We're a little behind, but it seems there's been well, it seems we've missed a lot, I suppose. I'm sure there's more to tell than your message would be able to relay.
We did not, in fact, get eaten
That's fair.
because I
can see
played the
that.
prank on you last time with the sending.
Oh, right, right. That was very clever. Very clever. Baracus excitedly, steps forward on his little walker. Did it work? Did she get inside? Did you get inside?
Oh, she's deceased.
Ooh.
She did not make it inside.
That is, I suppose expected, but still, a shame to hear.
Excuse me?
Oh, just because she'd taken a wrong path doesn't mean that she wasn't my student and friend for many years.
Hmm.
If any of you turned to a life of evil and were struck down, I would also feel saddened by your passing.
Well, you're a better man than I am.
I think they call that empathy.
Don't have much empathy for someone who killed my friend. And killed me, I might add.
Yes, I can certainly understand that. So, what happened with the head and the crystal? Do you still have it? Have you tried to use it?
All right, so a lot's happened. Oh, right. I should probably. Well, somebody should. We got inside. It's kind of what was, in a way, it's what was expected to be in there. An army that doesn't die. Well, anyway, the power source ran out and the head is inside, so we can't get back in that way anymore.
Okay. I mean, wow. Okay, you actually got inside. I mean, you are the first recorded people to have ever entered into the Dread Lookout. There's an army inside there that never sleeps?
I mean, technically they're asleep right now. It's really complicated, and some of this is a little above even my understanding. You know what the Vol are, right? I don't remember.
Well, I mean, we know there was a civilization referred to as the Vol, but not much is known. Well, primarily nothing is really known about them.
Were we? Go on.
I was just going to say, apparently their clairvoyant powers were second to none, and they saw the coming of the thing that she'll look over at Ragnarok. The thing that the children of the Dark Sire are summoning, and
Naturalist?
yep, that's the one.
I need to write that one down.
Ted remembers. Ember Prime does not. And anyway, long story short, they built an army to save this world. They built an army for this world. But it may not be enough because that wasn't supposed to happen for thousands of years. But the children of the Darksire have sped things up, it seems. So it's not a question of whether they're going to be ready. It's a question of whether the rest of the world will be. If that, makes sense.
I mean, there's a lot of
Lot of stuff there to take in. Yep.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff there to take in. Not all of it makes sense, but I'm tracking with you. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, if everything's in danger, where's the army? It's in there. How come it's not out here?
Because it's not supposed to wake up for a couple thousand years.
It's on a timer.
Yeah.
That's not good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple leads from... Oh boy, this is going to take even more explaining. Wait, did we ever actually tell you about... What was the other one we met? Safeguard. Did we tell you about Safeguard? Fun fact, by the way, this is Ted speaking. Safeguard is an anti-worm medication that I give my horses and my animals. So every time that I have to say that, I imagine a green and yellow box with a big old syringe full of white paste.
Weird. I actually don't remember how much you told these two about. They know about the monolith, obviously, but I don't know if you told them about Safeguard or not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Didn't feel as important at the time.
Yeah, probably not, right? Because it's not. It didn't exactly do anything that really related, except for the goblin stuff, right? I don't. I have no idea what a safeguard is. I mean, I know what a safeguard is.
It's some sort of control thing for any. The point is the system that's supposed to wake up the army gave us a few leads. I don't. We're gonna run those down because we kind of have to. We're afraid to go into detail for a number of reasons. Potential magical spying by a beak-faced asshole who burned down my house being one of them. We think he's tied to the Children of the Dark Sire, by the way. The same guy that blew up the ceremony. Summoned a bunch of gooey monsters out of thin air and then
Right,
killed a
I
bunch
did
of
hear
people.
about that. Yes.
So
Okay, so I just want to recap what I'm hearing here. You did go inside,
Yep.
but you can't get in anymore. There's an army in there that is here to protect us, but they're going to be asleep for a few more thousand years, and then something in there told you to do something that you're gonna do but don't want to say it because you're afraid that somebody might be listening in to our conversations.
Yeah,
Sounds
sounds like you
accurate.
nailed it. Yep. Among other reasons, yeah. I mean,
Did you manage to bring anything out? Any artifacts or knowledge of any kind?
I just look at everyone else. I think I've said enough, done enough talking. I mean,
Knowledge, certainly, but artifacts, no.
yeah, there wasn't a whole lot in there. I mean, other than the army and their weapons, but they need
Weapons.
those. So.
Right. So how do we get in again?
We don't.
Well, surely there must be. I mean, I have the other parts of the construct at my lab. I could bring it here and maybe try to power it in some way. I assume that's what she did or what you did.
You would have needed the noggin, and look, we're gonna be okay. Since this is mostly me, I feel like I should be the one to just come out and say it. Yeah, well, see, what it is, what it is we just
I got
don't
us kicked out. Fine. It's
trust-
okay, Amber. You don't have to keep protecting me. I got us kicked out. I was a bit of an asshole, a little insistent while I was in there. They threw us out and said we weren't welcome anymore. Okay? Is that all right? You've embarrassed me now. Are you happy? Can we go? Do we have to stand on this beach?
I mean, like you're the only person that's ever been in there. I mean, this is a monumental experience, and there's no
I know
knowledge.
we're the only people that ever been in there, and me being a dick got us thrown out. Well, I've been thrown out of better places, quite frankly. But
the
it's
story,
really what's that?
In the story I'm working on it, I'm considering calling it like a Calhoun axe.
Well, thank you. That's
Or
just what I
sort of-
needed.
A sort of faux pas on that level.
Wonderful.
Well,
I just recovered my reputation, and now one screw up, one thing about someone's mother who, I didn't know. Granted, and here we are, out on the sand, not allowed back into the most exclusive club in the world.
Well, he kind of like Fedor kind of like moves like left and right real quick for a second, and he's like thinking, speaking fast, and he looks at you, Count, and he's like, "Well, why isn't this just great? The greatest discovery of our time." And shit. You don't need to make.
Think
Go-
about how
go.
I feel.
Man, that was such a good line. You don't need to make any deception checks or anything. He's like, yeah, that sounds about right. So, full success there. Baracus steps forward a bit and says, "Okay, you said it gave you leads of some kind. To what end? What are you hunting down for it or for yourselves?"
Somewhere up north. Underground.
North. North of here?
sort of a way to
North? They didn't really specify.
Look,
I mean,
the less people that know, the better. For now, I promise that everything will make sense. We will tell you every absolute last word, but when it's time. Make sense?
Baracus like looks you all over for a moment and then nods and says, "I trust you. If this needs to be compartmentalized or private information, you need to play your cards to your chest, and I understand that. Sometimes putting everything out on the table too soon is well, it can backfire on you. Is there anything we can do to help? I mean, that's why we came in the first place.
Firm's gonna take out a piece of paper and write down that he's got some feathers. I mean, whenever we make it back to the Arcanium, he would like to use the diviner to try and see if we can see where Rue's at or what Rue's up to. He doesn't want to say it.
Yeah, you see Baracus, like, reads what you're writing and then looks at you and just nods.
If Beckman is interested, Cal will take him over to the tower and show him exactly where the door is and point out, yes, right here, this is the door that we went in and no one can ever go in again.
You're shown the beach and the tower is hours hike away.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, you can do that if you want to.
No,
but
I will explain to him exactly what it looks like in case he ever makes it out there.
Okay.
This is what you're looking for. You won't be able to get in, but it's exactly on this side. It's about this tall. Oh, here's a minor illusion. Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
He talks to you. He looks at it and says, incredible. I mean, I've studied this structure. I mean, we used to send expeditions here every 30, 50 years or so till that ended. We never even noticed anything like this.
Well, I guess we were just lucky then.
Rael asks, well, I mean, if we're not able to help you with anything, I mean, what's next? What is it that you all are going to do? I just feel strange coming all this way for, I guess, nothing.
I'm gonna stare at Rainier and Ember Prime. Sort of like a look that insinuates, he's like part elf, right?
I mean,
Not saying that, but like insinuating it.
there
Because
is
of the
something.
insinuation.
I don't know, like the weird eye thing that people do when they're like, they feel like you understand what they're talking about.
It was an Always Sunny reference. Don't worry about it.
There is something that we could talk about, Rael, that you could be particularly helpful with.
Oh, okay. Anything.
One of the things that we learned while inside
Here?
was that there is
You want to do this here?
I'm being measured,
Okay.
that the Vol who colonized and left so much of this architecture, these artifacts, they designed, after a fashion, a relationship between this world and magic and what they called the precursor races, such as elves. And there may be something yet that you yourself may have some connection to, that given some time and us some space to work on it, we could very well use personally your help in unraveling.
Oh, okay. I mean, this sounds this sounds a bit serious from your tone.
It is, given that we are effectively trying to prevent a world-ending event, and very few of us here have the connections to the history of it as one of your bloodline would.
He begins nodding a bit, understanding. Okay. Baracus interjects for a moment and says, he's kind of like tapping his lips, thinking for a moment. It occurs to me, you wish to speak. You wish to keep information secret, but I don't know how much you want to trust with us. If you like, I can create a barrier around us, all of us, and it will prevent others from hearing, seeing, divining. It will be like a private sanctum for all of us.
Firm shrugs, like, word from me.
I'll look at everyone else.
Ragnar shrugs.
I guess. Yeah.
Baracus cast the spell I gave him such a long time ago. He casts the Private Sanctum spell. And creates kind of the air shimmers a bit around your group. And for the duration, which is 10 minutes, sound can't pass through. The area appears dark and foggy from the outside. Divination sensors can't appear inside or pass through. Nobody inside can be targeted by divination. Nothing can teleport in or out. And planar travel is also prevented.
What kind of spell is this? I need that one.
It's 4th level Private Sanctum.
It only lasts for 10 minutes?
It lasts for 10 minutes. Or is it a 10-minute cast time? Let me actually double check.
That feels like one that should last for a couple hours.
Nah, it doesn't last that long.
Huh.
Okay. It lasts... Okay. It's a 10-minute cast time, and I believe it lasts for 24 hours or otherwise dispelled.
Sort of like a Magnificent Mansion or a souped up tiny bubble.
Yeah, kind of like a specialized tiny hut kind of thing. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Once the spell is cast and in place, he says, you see him just kind of like tap on the barrier, and you can see it kind of ripple a bit with the impact. Okay, you can speak as freely as you like inside here. Nobody can listen in.
Looks to everybody who wants to do the rundown.
And I'm sorry,
Okay.
who else is in here besides Baracus and Ray?
Baracus, Fettlework, Rael, you all, and that's it.
We comfortable?
And the 3 invisible people.
Do you want like the dumb rundown? And then he looks at him prime and be like, or do you want the good rundown?
Without going into further detail, we do have a way to get back in, and we need YL specifically to be able to find that aspect.
We think Rael would be helpful. I don't want to put pressure on Rael saying, "Oh, we have to have Rael." You'd be very, very helpful for where we're going. But if you don't want to go, you don't gotta go.
You see all eyes kind of turn onto Rael, and he looks around. Where are we going?
The wounds of Villanola.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I mean,
How's that now?
We have time. Do you just want to tell him that, or you want to?
Well, it makes sense that you're asking for my help, and that's where you're going.
Got it. All right, okay. Fuck it.
How much access do you have there? Leeway. Let's put it that way.
Well, my father is the my father is the general of the armed forces of Finlarel. Small as they are, he is second in command to the High Elder. Suffice it to say, quite a bit, actually.
Weird question. How old's the
Okay.
High Elder?
Oh, maybe 400 years?
Oh, okay. Not old enough. Never mind.
Old enough for what?
I didn't know because they don't really die, right? So
Eh,
I was like maybe that one just pretends like he's old, like their kind of age, but he's really like from back in the day.
mm,
He just stayed there and he's like a protector, kind of thing.
mhm.
Yeah.
Is that sufficient for you? He looked at Baracus.
For,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, for what?
Is that sufficient information?
Oh, well, I mean, it's your choice what you choose to share. I just provided a opportunity where you would feel more comfortable in doing so. I mean, obviously, I think all of our curiosities are peaked at the moment. Actually, more curious what Rael specifically can do to help. I mean, he is a he is important. Um, his connection to his city and his appointment to the Arcanium was a very big diplomatic win, which is all the more reason why I was very thankful when you saved his life when we had first met. That would have been quite a problem.
Fair.
We believe we'll have a home field advantage with Wow around.
When you have no information, a foot in the door is sometimes all you really need to start.
Rael asks, do you need like an introduction to the Elder or my father?
Spokesperson, introduction, escort,
Access.
I mean,
everything.
hold on. From a diplomatic standpoint, an introduction to your father first, and potentially opening up diplomatic channels in case we need to do this somehow more officially.
Firm protest.
So
Like
we,
he actually protests against that one because I don't feel like this matter would be a diplomat. Like it would be, yes, but I don't feel like it needs to be on like that kind of official scale.
I don't mean we have all cards on the table and say, "Yo, we're gonna try to save the world. Do you want to help out with your fancy?" Beyond the point, though, being acquainted with, in a diplomatic sense, the locals is preferable to getting caught.
I mean, I can certainly make an introduction. And I mean, if you need a guide, I obviously can show you around. But to be honest, it would be helpful if I knew what it is you were doing at all.
We need. Arm wants to say it so
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, you
we're
know what? We're forget everything I said. We're just making this way harder than it really has to be at this point. So we gotta wake up the army if we want to have a chance against this thing that's coming, or kill the children of the dark side before they finish accelerating the summoning. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't know where they are or anything really. So
That's why we want to track down Rue. Hopefully he's
Those
with them.
There was an artifact there that's very important to us, and we want to make sure we get it before Wu does.
while also maintaining the tentative balance we have amongst us that we are not handing over any form of weapon or army to any one political power. We very much want this entire land to be united against the children of the dark sire. And frankly, Rael, having you amongst us would be a very powerful, important delegate uh, for your people, considering between most of us, we sort of represent a large portion of the world at large, and we wouldn't want to be seen as a threat, seeing again as we're trying to aid everybody.
Yeah. Look, I'm happy to help in any way I can. I will warn you though. Have any of you actually been to Finlanora?
Nope.
Sure haven't.
I mean, they're pretty wary of outsiders.
Oh god.
Yep.
I mean, that's part of what you would be assisting with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We don't want to be the invading force, taking shit by force. We want to be doing this the right way.
Right. um, I mean, I
feel
can
like we
make the
should
intro.
take
I
the
can make the
full-
introductions. I just want to let you know that it's the road might be more difficult than you imagined.
We can temper our expectations.
I
All
don't
we
have any.
need, right? We're not putting this all on your shoulders. You are helping us get to where we can do the work.
Right. And I'm sorry, you said there's an artifact?
Do your people have any
Okay,
ancient
full rundown
stories?
at this point because as much as I want to make sure that Maras and Bastion are on equal footing, Maras ain't here.
Firm's like, can I say it? Can I do it? I want to try.
Go for it, firm. Whatever.
Yes. Your people have the staff that opens the door, wakes the army, controls the army, all that stuff. Somewhere in y'all
Wait.
city.
What? Oh, Philanora. Yeah. Sorry. I was. It's fine.
Oh,
It's
It's been a long couple of days.
Mm-hmm. It's like the quick
Uh,
and easiest rundown. Your people
huh.
have it somewhere there, assuming the elder has it. That's what Firm's assuming.
So the
I don't-
part that's being left out, I think, is the two of you gestured to Rael and Beck. Apparently, your people are the original ones on this world, and the Vol made the army out of y'all ages ago.
That's why you can't replicate it.
Wait, you're saying that gnomes were one of the first peoples on this world?
Apparently.
Yep. Well, I mean,
They were.
the
Technically.
not first people because that was the Vol, but
They
you were
wouldn't have
one
been
of the
people,
first
really.
after them. Look, point is, there is a horrible thing coming. We, as in all of Idari, have to be ready for it. And part of that means getting this army, which is going to be controlled by one person. So you can understand why we want to keep this keep this sort of on
Bastion seemed pretty iffy off their last choices.
Okay, we don't
But-
need to pause this. It's
Look, as Rainier said, you all have this item that can be used as a key, and we want to acquire it, and we want to do that in the right way. And we think you would be helpful in making the appropriate introductions so that we can do that.
yeah.
However,
For the record, we don't actually know that
we don't.
the elves currently have it. They
That's
We
were
don't. It's just it's just the best lead that we've got.
no. Yeah. I just mean like when we get there, Rael, we're not expecting you to be able to convince people to give up some sort of heirloom or anything like that. Like,
so okay. So
They
suffice
they
to say,
it was said that the relic is within a
Yeah.
vault,
it was.
which is within what remains of Finlanora.
it was
To be
trusted to
clear,
the elves a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Mhm.
right?
Well before a lot of things.
Well, And look, since we're laying our cards on the table, our hope is that you will help us acquire it so that, as Renia said, we can go about getting it the right way. But we are getting it, right way or no.
I'm gonna call on that one.
Okay. Well, essentially, your choice is to lend some legitimacy of us being in your lands, so that we are not a bunch of intruders.
And if not, I guess we steal it.
Firm?
You see Rael's about to speak, and Fettlework speaks first and says, "Well, I think the easiest decision is obviously, once you achieve your goal and get the rod, you give it to me, one of the first people."
You know it. You know it.
Obviously, as the oldest and elder here, I'm most responsible.
I would like to note that we did hear that it was entrusted to the elves first.
He looks among you and goes, "I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke."
Ember Prime is laughing so hard she's just wiping tears out of her eyes at this point. Like, oh, needed that. Appreciate that.
Oh God.
How much of a joke?
It's
A full joke?
with a 9. I mean, it seems like a full joke.
Yeah. Hey, just gosh, I don't know if that'll work.
Rael says, okay. I mean, it's likely the elder has many things entrusted to him for our people, but a vault. And I don't think we actually have a vault.
You probably
Well,
don't.
it's
As a
a vault. It's a vault, so it's not likely that it would be something you all are actively accessing and using. I don't think. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's just the key. It's not everything. Like, right, guys? I mean, y'all were there, right?
I mean, as far as I know, it's anywhere between a staff and a stick.
like a wand style.
But there's no whole facility
have-
built around it. It was
Steward
entrusted
Cache
to them.
Sierra 9, Elven Settlement, Finlanora.
Yeah.
He's like going through a little notebook.
It could be far below Finlanor. It could be one of your buildings is actually what this was. We don't know, and we won't know till we get there.
And probably still won't know then.
Okay.
Okay.
That's,
You can see
that's
Rael's
fair.
like his mind. You can see Rael is like he starts pacing a little around and like in a very slow kind of left to right circle a bit, and he's like thinking. Well, okay.
Do you
I
guys
mean,
have any
there are
bedtime
some
stories
places
growing
that
up?
are. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, Firm's just like looking at Ryle. He's like, when you were growing up, do you ever hear any bedtime stories, stuff your dad or elders would tell you guys of like ancient times? That's an elf thing.
I mean, there's all kinds of stories. You have I mean, what like is you'd have to be much more specific than that. We have folklore, and same as all of you.
Creation stories, then.
About your people ending up there. Why y'all? It's a sacred place. Why y'all stay?
Well, I mean, we stay because it's home, no matter what shape it's in. I mean, if we're thinking about related things, creation, old stories, I mean, there's our creation as we knew it and know it to be is we were born from Coralon in a different world and came here or were brought here, however you want to look at it as. I guess the oldest story beyond that is what sort of it's meant to be like a scary story. It's like if you there's like a boogeyman sort of thing where be careful when roaming alone and too far from home, or this dark shadow will snatch you. That sort of thing.
Sound like Rue.
I mean, from what little you've mentioned of this person and what little we know, I mean, I guess. There are places that are restricted in Finlanora, where people don't or are not allowed to go. Do you know anything more about this staff? Did they tell you anything about it?
No, it's night.
Oh, damn it. I wrote that down.
Thildanora.
Okay, I did not write that down.
You see Riles, like, his eyes kind of squint a little bit, and he's like, that's moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Do you know
named Moonlight. You're sure of this?
He holds up his little notebook of field notes.
We all actually got a picture of it. I could show them a picture of it.
Yeah, do you show them what it looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could draw it, if you don't
Oh,
have a
just
little major illusion. Yeah, cool. You know, the three of them are like walking around your illusion, kind of scrutinizing it a bit. Rael looks at it and says, well, I've definitely never seen that before. The elders never carried anything like that, nor is anyone that I'm aware of. Moonlight.
Well, I mean, we don't expect you to have all the answers right now or anything wild like that. But we have an idea where we're going. Your help would be immensely useful.
Oh, just for like Beckmudin and like his curiosity, can I change the major image to look like like an illusion of the Vol, so you can go look at what they used to look like?
Sure. You see his eyes go wide. I mean, the three of them, their eyes go wide at this, right? They're all wizard folk interested in this sort of thing. And Beckmodem shouts out, What is that?"
He was y'all's creator.
Well, that's the Vol. We don't know that they created gnomes, just that they were here before gnomes and recruited gnomes to serve in their army.
Incredible. No wonder they would.
Gotta get your details right here.
He has like a 17 intelligence. He's not the perfect at it, okay?
I've got a 10, so like.
Incredible. It's no wonder they were able to construct such marvelous things. I mean, 4 arms. Why didn't I think of that? I
Wait.
imagine if I. He begins taking out a piece of paper and like sketching out, loose engineering ideas of additional arms and tools to be added to future constructs. So he basically is like just caught up in the Vol thing, Baracus as well. You see Rael look to you, Rainier, and he says, Moonlight. There's a lot of moon worshippers in Finlanora. They've actually become more and more prevalent in the last 20 years, 30 years or so. But we also have temples to Saloon. I mean, the oldest temple we have is the Moon Temple. And that's one of the places that no one's allowed to go into. It's forbidden for everyone, even the elder.
Well, not to sound dour, but I think it may be the case that such procedure's been instilled to protect what's inside. And I mean, I think that there's going to be the hardest point of convincing that you stand a better chance of than any of us. But
Um,
we'll bring whatever we can to make it understood we're not here to invade or violate their sacred places.
Well, I think when the time comes to broach this subject, you're going to want to choose your words very carefully.
Firm, firm goes quiet.
Respectfully sound.
It's funny though. It's almost coincidental. I mean, the Moon Festival's coming in almost 20 days.
Yo, that's kind of crazy.
I mean, the next full moon is the holiday, Midsummer.
Pardon?
Say, Rael, while we're traveling, would you mind not this moment, but I'd be very interested to know more about practices of this faith. I think it'd be only right to understand it a little bit better.
Oh, y'all don't want me
I'll
in this.
tell you what I know. I don't belong to their sect, but it's been around long enough. I mean, everyone gives thanks to many goddesses, the moon being one of them. Sure, sure. Baracus tears himself away from the illusion and looks to all of you again. Okay, so Finlanora is our next goal. Finding a way to retrieve this staff, this moonlight of some kind.
That's. I feel like I have a good understanding of this. That's a good goal in general, and it is our next main one. But at the current moment, it could still be like extremely protected and not known or aware. So until we start making a move, it's theoretically still safe.
From what I can glean, I don't believe the elves are even aware of this object. It stands to reason that if it was to remain secure, that even if it was entrusted to them, enough time has passed where it has either fallen to legend or they don't even know about it. I mean, Rael is well educated and high up in elven society. While he won't be privy to everything, he would know. Well, I mean, just more than anyone here about it.
That may be true. However, we are in contest with Rue, who knew of sacred and secret storages of ore within Maras that no one else was aware of. And
Moreover, we
while
need that thing to get the army to wake up, or we're all gonna die.
That too.
Right.
That's a
Yeah,
big one.
very more pressing
Yeah.
sort of manner. Okay. Well, how do we proceed? We have a ship here that can bring us to the shores of Finlanora. We can walk from there, or if you need us back in Bastion, we can go there, or what's our way forward? What's the play? What's the plan?
Time is a bit of the essence. Which would be faster?
Bastion.
Walking from Bastion or boat from here? Which is faster?
It is roughly almost a 3-day boat travel. Or almost a 3-day walk from Bastion.
Well, I guess the other option then, if that's the same distance, is do we want to go to Finlanor with the whole crew and seem intimidating? Or like give off the wrong impression? Or like a party go?
You hear Baracus and Fettel work. They kind of like are talking to each other, and Baracus speaks up and says, I mean, we could accompany you if need be, although, Finlanor and the Arcanium have a very tenuous relationship. They tolerate our research into some of the ruins there. Having Rael was a very big get for us. I don't know whether we'll be help or hindrance, to be honest with you.
Got a copy of that spell you just used?
Unfortunately, I do not. Well, I have my tome.
I don't know how that works in the rules.
He he looks at you and says, "You ever shared spells with another Arcanist before?"
No, not really.
The general rule of thumb is if you're not taking this tome off my corpse, then nothing is offered freely. I show you, you show me. Shared knowledge.
Well, that's fair.
I warn you, though, it's
Mhm.
complex magic. Are you sure you're up for it?
We got 3 days if we're taking a boat, so
That is true. I could teach you the finer points of it.
If we go to Bastion, that gives us time to resupply.
that as well. So we got a little bit of time.
So to Bastion it is.
That's my vote.
Bastion seems a little bit more helpful to the party as a whole.
Yeah, I don't really want to get on a boat.
Bastion it is.
Okay, let me inform the crew that they are free to do as they like. Your stone can take all of us, right?
As far as we
It
know.
should be able to. Might want to hold the boat just in case.
Somebody
Yeah,
gets left.
tell them to idle maybe with it.
I'll
we,
tell them.
we could try to teleport while on the beach. That way they can see if we all vanish.
That was my idea. You know, if we're still here, then hey, I need a ride. But otherwise, you know,
Yeah.
right,
Right.
he raises his hands for his hands for a moment, and says, "Before I drop the barrier, anything else you wish to discuss or mention while in privacy?"
Oh yeah, you don't have to go up north. There's nothing up north.
As long as we're talking complete and full disclosure, I didn't get us kicked out of that tower.
You son of a bitch! You lied to me, the first people.
Oh my god, these never let me.
Possibly like we don't know if you're the first or the second.
Oh, I
We don't
know.
the elves.
I know.
Actually,
think-
we kind of do because, as I recall, the gnomes were progenitor race
Mhm.
A, and the elves were progenitor race B.
I thought the elves were progenitor race A.
Oh, that could mean anything.
In your face, elves. I have
looked at Riel and I'm trying to instigate. I don't know if I'd take that if I was you. Like, I'm pretty sure your people are still better because I see y'all's people. I don't see his people.
Arm, we're trying to unite the plane. What are you doing?
Why are you doing?
Rail just like he's like this sometimes. It's okay.
Do you and Feta want to go over there and just have a sort of a jaw about it? Work some stuff out?
Yeah, tell him his people ain't shit.
No, I mean you, Firm.
Yeah, I'm here.
Firm,
I heard that. All right.
You and Feta go over there.
I didn't hear the
and
words, but I heard the tone. Okay.
I don't got nothing to say. I don't know what you're talking about.
Firm, you know when you mutter, we can still hear you speaking, right?
Apparently
Like,
not Fettleworth.
no, he just said, you know what?
All right, drop the thing. We're going to Bastion.
Baraka speaks a few words of power, and the kind of you see a ripple in the air as the private sanctum dissipates around you. Baracus tells the two sailor crew that they are to wait and see. They're about to. You all are about to do some travel magic, and if it doesn't work, they need. They're going to take the boat instead.
Catch the Uber.
Catch the the Uber. Okay. As I understand it, the idea is to return your key of this. Use your key to the city of Bastion to teleport back. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. We're gonna go back to Bastion, and a few days are going to have passed after we resurrected all those people.
It's been like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been some time.
More than a
God.
week, probably. It took us
yeah.
like 5 days to fly, I think. No, 3
It was
days.
3 days.
Three days of flying, but we had like days
From
of
Shadowfire.
travel, and then we
Yeah.
hung out for a couple of days. Like,
Yeah.
I've been in denial about having to face consequences, but
Yeah.
I mean,
once again, nobody has to know it was us.
Yeah.
No,
It's,
but that girl that let Umelia out
just-
might be alive. I
yeah,
just remembered that.
it's just about
Yeah,
long enough.
That is true. Oh god.
What?
The girl who broke out Umelia and Calvaxis? No.
Calvaxis.
Yeah. Calvaxis. Yeah, she's alive again.
She
Theoretically.
might not be alive again because that's
Calvaxis.
not exactly the result of Umeli, right?
We don't know that.
Yeah. Okay, you all gather together. Who activates the key to the city? I don't even know who carries it.
I've always been thinking Ember. Yeah, I
Yeah.
always thought Ember had it.
I'm pretty sure Ember Prime's like the mom of the group, and we love it.
Yeah, I don't even
That's
think
awkward as all hell.
But it seems like all like the major responsibilities we try to give to Ember Prime to make the decisions, or Rainier. Like the most sound decision making.
What?
How dare you?
What? Hold on.
I mean,
And
I'll
what
take that
Ember eyes,
compliment,
that's true.
but Ted, I do hear you.
Yeah, I'm good over here.
Ember Prime feels fake. I mean, not in like Ember Prime doesn't feel insulted. Ted is confused. You are essentially trusting a 20-something-year-old
Ember has made some decisions.
from
You are trusting a homeschooled 20-something-year-old when you could clearly trust a spoiled rich kid 19-year-old. What's wrong with you?
Well, you can't trust me.
Give me
I
that
used to steal
key.
for a living. I steal for a living.
I made the wish.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
Yeah, well, I've got the key. Going home
You know
to
what?
Bastion for all of you Bastion fuckers.
2 out of the 3 of me are trustworthy.
Two
It's
out of
only the
3.
one that's
Wait.
shifty.
you could always
Oh, you're
trust
talking
the
about your
guy.
mask.
You could always try to believe someone who's only been alive for 4 months.
In this body for
That's
4
about like
months.
the same
Sorry,
equivalent of
this
how long we've known Zal.
Been a
okay?
person for 4 months.
Yeah, the intelligence level has not been this high.
You guys have known Zal like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, I wouldn't consider you the dad or mom of the group. Duh.
Duh.
Oh God. Okay, we gotta move on because that intrusive thought just.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right. Activating the key to the city.
no harm.
After
Right.
after a minute of concentration, the
Oh,
area
man.
around you begins to glow, and you all are teleported back to Bastion. You arrive. You arrive in the guarded room in the council building that contains a teleportation circle. The guards spring to life, recognize you, stand down. They all give you nods of recognition, and one of them opens the unlocks and opens the door out so that you may exit the council building and go where you please. Baracus, Fettlework, and Rael. If you otherwise have no need for them, they will return to the Arcanium. Rainier, if you wish to speak to Rael, they can like go to your house if you prefer. But I don't know what your plans in the city are.
Damn.
First
Uh,
shop, second Krause.
Firm does want to buy some scrolls. Second, Firm does want to also go take up Damn it, Baracus. I always want to say Beskar. That's not right. Go take up Baracus on the deal of the trade info through the tomb and the books.
Okay, sure.
I think I give Rael like my address and tell him to like meet us there tomorrow-ish, because I'm sure we need the time to recover and shit. But
Hit
just
this up, boy.
like, yeah, this guy needs to. I want him in on planning and shit.
Okay. Do you just want do you want the three of them to just come meet you at your place tomorrow, and then all the little things you want to do that require them can all get done?
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Okay. Yeah. That way you guys have the day to do whatever it is that you want to do.
I can even
Okay.
buy one with food.
Cool. Cool. In that case, they head off. As you exit the council building, they head off to take the ferry to the other side of the city. And where is it that you all would like to go? What is it that you wish to do?
The very first thing I would like to do is find the shopkeeper who sold me the angry hornets and immediately give him 300 gold and let him know that he has, or they have, single-handedly saved Bastion by their craftsmanship, and I'm putting down a deposit for more of those
Yeah.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deposit. Oh, I thought that was a reward.
And then I do put down another 300 gold. That is not a joke. I have enough money to burn here.
Does he have any new stuff?
Sir,
Oh,
I
God.
this is too. I can't. Okay, sure, fine. You okay? Well,
Quite
I don't.
literally a hero.
We do what we can. I'm very happy to have you as a customer. I don't have any of those arrows in stock, but as soon as I do, I can send notice if you'd like to leave your place of residence.
Fabulous. Might not be there, but there should be a kid there who'll take the letter.
Sure. Would you want me to entrust the item to them? Should they be in stock?
I trust Gimbert with anything.
Okay, all right. He takes your information as well as your instruction that they can deliver and leave that item with a Genbert.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
I've
very
got his
good.
last name somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't even know his last name.
Genbert, good boy.
Oh my God.
Rebo is his last name.
Hey, there we go. That sounds okay. Sounds
My
pretty
notes
good.
say
Thought it
Gimbert,
was
Rebo, ride or
Catterfeld.
die page from the council and our all caps best friend.
How can you leave out that that's your son, Rainier?
Shameful.
Where did I put Gimbert's name? He's in here somewhere.
Okay. I don't have like a new merchant sheet of items, so there
That's so
is
valid.
there are the items in the Merchant Alliance sheet. Should you wish to take any or use any of those, any kind of normal stock that you want, you're welcome to. Also, I believe one of you is carrying a saddle designed for a wyvern.
Sure am.
Okay.
Two.
Hmm. What
I
are
think
you
there's two
what
of
you
them.
doing with that?
I'm gonna just set this in your place for a little while, Rainier, till I can
Yeah,
get it
keep it
back
with
home.
the rest of the leathers. It'll be fine. There's like a whole storage room that is just
Oh,
leatherworking
is
gear.
there?
I was a leatherman. Yes.
This is my leather room.
Yeah, there's a storage room that has like old like leatherworking tools and shit. Yeah. Part of my
I would
dumb background.
I would assume since you don't have a new Merchants Alliance thing, you probably don't have any new missions from the Slayers Guild.
um, do you have them written down?
I do somewhere.
Yeah, looks like. Okay, okay, we did that one. The two that I had provided to you have progressed and gotten worse.
The two that you provided us was also deadly encounters.
They were both very dangerous and they are worse.
Fine.
Yes, okay, there are more rampant reports of giants not just like attacking surrounding like on outskirt farms and housing, is that they are now it's just there are giants that are destroying like small communities now, not just farmland. The prize on that has gone from 2,000 gold to 4,000 gold. There was undead plaguing the town of Smallhearth. The town of Smallhearth has been overrun and no longer exists.
Shit.
Those members of the militia that were there to help them have been not murdered, but died. There were only 2 or 3 that made it out to warn of the for the greater danger involved. That has progressed and gone from 2,500 to 5,000 gold. The danger levels have also increased on that as well.
What is that, like a 2-star?
I don't know. I don't know what the star would be used, but it
I was
was
thinking like GTA level.
yeah, they're both like pretty dangerous, depending, and the undead one is very dangerous now. Very dangerous.
The Giants, how much was that?
It is $4,000
Okay.
gold.
I thought we also had a Hydra and a Dragon.
I mean,
Hydra's far up
Hydra
north.
and Juraskar, not a dragon.
No, I thought there was a Black Dragon.
well,
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
in the-
black dragon in the Mistmire Bog.
Yeah,
It's a 10K bounty that's been out
Yeah,
there
well.
for 20, 30 years.
Oh, that's good. It hasn't.
whenever you want to go to the bog, go get Merv.
I feel like you as a person have like a whole thing and like a whole spiel laid out of like how to traverse the bog.
Rainier has war flashbacks.
Merv has lots of nice flashbacks. Some of them do involve family deaths still.
Oh god.
Falling
I'm
into like a mud
assuming-
hole.
I'm assuming none of these are on the way to the ruins of Felinora, correct?
Well,
Both of these are in that they were already in that direction. Yeah.
Oh.
The undead is to the north on the other side of the bridge is where that's happening. The giants, sorry, on the world map, it's on the other side of the bridge, not the city map. And the giants are towards the northeast. So you'd be like going up and then have to come back down towards north from the north.
That's a very different mission setup if the giants are on the other side of the bridge in
Mhm.
town.
In town, yeah, it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Yeah, they haven't quite gotten that close. The militia is only beginning to come into the Bastion area at this point. So actually, in town, you do see that there are some members of the militia. Like the guard presence is a little more elevated and full as it's supposed to be. But the full militia has not arrived yet. You also, as you are moving about town, there is, like, you're overhearing people talking about how there's been some stragglers coming down from Karakara. They're not, they thought they were refugees, but apparently they're not. Either they were lost during the events, or some of them have been saying like they thought they might have been dead. There's straight up people saying that this person, I saw them die and they're here. You're getting, you are getting word and rumor and stories related to the wish that you made.
Zal is beaming.
Yeah,
Full fang smiling.
Let's not talk to Whispers about this.
Causing chaos wherever we can.
It's not
Uh,
chaos for the sake of chaos. That wasn't the intention.
How many potions can I buy?
Of what are you looking for? Like potions of healing?
Yes.
Okay, it's not. You say the way you said yes is like yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, sure, maybe.
Yeah, well, that also.
Yeah, let's see.
It's time to load up on some battle juice.
Battle juices. Okay. Potions of healing are fairly available currently. You could purchase 2d4 worth of them. Are you
Done.
looking for higher, higher value potion?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
Like, I know healing potions are a thing that they're just always making and people are buying, right? But the higher
Yeah.
value things might have been sitting on the shelf slightly longer.
Yeah, well, they'll also come
Yeah.
in and out of stock a lot differently.
You said 2d4?
2d4 for the standard healing potion.
Okay.
You can roll that, and they're 50 apiece.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
4 is fine.
Yeah, you find 4 altogether. The next one up is your potion of greater healing, right? That's 4d4 plus 4. Those would be 1d4 plus 2 available. The potion of superior healing, which is 8d4 plus 8. That'd be 1d4 on its own. The greater healing is 150, should you choose to purchase any of those.
And then this is for the
Superior, which is 8d4 plus 8. Those are 450 apiece. You find a total of 4 of those throughout the city.
Okay, so to start with, 200 gold for just the regulars.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the graders, it's how much per?
150 gold pieces per.
Okay.
From the
750.
Merchants Alliance, excuse me. I'm gonna buy the neutralizing bead.
Okay. The neutralizing bead. Okay. Okay, that's 150 gold. Yeah, it will neutralize poisons, and also let you know if there's poisons.
Does letting us know if there's poisons dissolve the bead?
Yeah, it consumes it no matter what, right?
Okay.
So it's essentially the bead dissolves in liquid, or you can powder it between your fingers and sprinkle it. It'll neutralize any poison, and if it is poison, it colors it so you know that it absolutely is. You can also eat the bead and then gain the effects of antitoxin, which I think gives you resistance or something. I'd have to look that up.
Sorry, how much did you say it was for the superiors?
Superiors are 450 gold per.
That might be where I ask for group contribution. Well, I
Yeah.
could just do the whole of it, but I, as a player, want to. Zal's like, I want to buy a house, so I do need to hang on to some of this.
And then there could be potions of supreme healing,
Eh.
which are 1,300 gold.
That's a lot.
I'm okay with the 9 potions I have acquired. I think I will acquire one of the superiors. So that's an extra. You said
450 for superior.
I'll take one of the superiors.
so. All told, I'm at 1,400.
You have a superior, Doug.
Do you need group contribution, Cody?
I'm okay with like all of the up to the greater or potentially supreme. Or not
Okay.
greater, superior or potentially supreme. Okay.
I bought superior. I bought the other superior.
We have 200 platinum pieces in group loot.
Okay. Zol, did you already have one potion of healing on your person?
I already had 2 on my person.
You already did too. Okay, then you
Yeah,
can just
so
change that number
I
to
did, yeah.
however many you bought.
Yep.
And then I added a potion of superior healing. It's in your consumables, and you can add that number to
Okay.
however many you purchased.
And the graders that I also bought.
And a greater, yeah.
I bought the 5 graders. Somehow I found more fucking graders than
Found more graders.
Then-
Yeah.
normal. It
They're
kind of makes
harder to
sense
buy.
yeah, it makes sense supply and demand. It's like just over the line. We're like, we got so many of these fucking things. Please buy them. Everybody's buying the normal
Bulk
ones.
purchases, bulk discounts.
I will disseminate those later when I think about it. How's everybody doing on potions of healing?
I don't think I've had one. I have a black vial that would poison me.
Hey, I have a neutralizing bead that'll get rid of that.
Well, that's handy.
I have none, apparently.
I have 1 greater.
I have
Okay.
one superior.
Okay.
Cal has no.
so-
And
I
Cal
think
has
we
no
had a
money,
bunch.
he says, as he lightly
Oh,
fingers
yeah.
his genuine Urky.
Right.
No, I lied. I have 1 potion of healing.
Okay. In the effort to make sure everybody has at least one. So who does not currently have one? Cal?
Cal.
Okay, Cal, you take 1. Placing me at 5. Who else?
I don't
Firm?
have one. I have a superior healing. I don't have a regular healing.
Okay, take 1.
I have this. So whatever this is equal to.
That's not for the purposes of. That's good to know, though.
So none.
Okay,
Okay,
so
there we go.
Ragnarok, I got 1 on you.
Is there a way you can transfer it? Or do
A
I need to
normal
roll?
potion of healing. Just. I don't know if I could transfer only 1.
Hmm.
I will try. I can, okay. I'll do the same for Cal.
Thank you.
I leaned forward in my chair, which Merlin took to mean I was done with computer time, and so he tapped me gently on the shoulder to say, hey, 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 hey.
Hey, it's me time now, right?
Hey, where did that come from?
Okay, so let me transfer one to Cal. To Calawunak. Let's hit the alarm. It is bizarre that I have a fucking set of neurons in my brain that has to hold Cliff Tintialar and have that
Yeah.
memorized
You're
for the
welcome.
rest of my life.
Oof.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's nuts. Okay, Cal, did you get the?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You're good.
Ted, I've created the key to Bastion as a real item
That's
and
good to
put it
have.
in your inventory.
I guess. Do we find a supreme lying around?
You want to roll 1d4 minus 1.
Fuck it.
Hey.
Okay.
This one I put before the group. How much does everybody want to buy? I mean, if anybody wants to buy themselves a supreme, besides Cal.
Supremes will heal you for 10d4 plus 20. They're 1,350 gold pieces
Ooh.
apiece.
Oh my god.
1,350.
That's only 13 platinum pieces.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
That's
It's not.
100.
It's
Yeah,
not.
isn't it 135?
130.
Wait, hold on.
No, 135.
I mean, if you're only charging 13 plat, I will definitely buy one instead of spending
Yeah, fire
1,350
sale.
gold.
Yeah.
But that
13
just means you're
plat
bad
and
at math.
like 500 electrum, some shit like that.
I am kind of surprised we have not received any Electrum this campaign.
I think
Yeah.
there's been.
Oh,
Hasn't there
there's
been a
Electrum in
little?
the group loot. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's been some
Is there?
electrum.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's always
Sean's running
money in
this
the
game. You
banana
saying there's
stand.
not Electrum?
I mean, I don't personally have it.
There hasn't
I
been a
do-
lot. There hasn't been a lot. that's true.
I was the keeper of the group loot for a while, and there was indeed Electrum that we had that nobody ever touched again and was never referenced again. So it's probably in Merv's bag of holding, if we're being honest, because he didn't think to get it out to give it to anyone.
He pulled them out. I was like, this can't be real money.
Yeah, it's the one he uses for like the wishing wells and wishing fountains. Damn. Okay, so how much does a house cost? Approximately. I wanted to get a good down payment on maybe like a room over an inn. That would be sick.
Holy shit.
Just
Okay.
check I'll just hit up the local real estate, or I'll just go to an inn and ask that I see has a second story
Okay.
and ask what the second story costs.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
So we
No,
have an
take the time.
estate in Moras. You're buying a house in Bastion.
This one's for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Zal's getting into real estate.
I mean,
So look, if you're interested in a room over an inn, I can certainly help you out with that. Turns out, I have an old friend. His name is Craig. If we go see him, he maintains this list, and on this list, there are all sorts of rooms and various real estate opportunities that you can investigate. And I'd say I don't know a third of them are legitimate.
Could I get a couch that somebody has soiled?
Oh, most certainly.
Excuse me.
You found one
Down.
at
why is
Windows.
that the specific? What?
Excuse me?
Why are you specifically looking for that?
It sounds like something Craig would have.
Oh
Do I have to travel 50 miles to get it?
my god.
what a bargain.
For free?
You may
Okay.
not pay in money, but the toll it will take on you.
Okay. I'm just looking in the DM's guild for like building costs and whatnot.
I
Yeah.
believe like a small house is like 1,500.
Yeah, I'm looking at because
Gold?
like the lowest they go is if you want like a guild hall or a trading post, right, which is 5K, and that's a little more than what it is that you're looking for. You want okay, so do you want like how like housing like how nice a housing do you want here? Like if we're in Bastion, right? Let me close all these things and
Like-
go to Bastion. Okay, what part of the city you want to live in? The most expensive stuff is in East Bastion.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I want to
and then
be
parts of
where
Central Bastion. Rainier lives in Western Bastion, and then the cheapest is Sprawling Row, and then the Arcanium is it's a Wild West.
I'm
over
looking for one of the inns that's like along a major thoroughfare, probably not in the like the sprawling row. Probably in like the middle.
You're saying not in Sprawling Row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, when you say middle, that's Central Bastion, right? Which is near the seats of government. So housing there can actually be expensive.
Look,
I know a
I'll
house
take
you can
down
get
by
in
the docks.
Sprawling Row real cheap.
Look, give me down by the docks, not in sprawling row, but down in the docks.
Down the docks, and I'm sorry, I heard you say the word inn, but you want a house.
Not-
So, do you want a long-term inn room, or do you want an actual living space?
Actual living space.
Okay. Do you want it like you're on top of someone else, and there, like it's like a condo situation, or do you want like your own like your own space? No one's really like a townhome kind of thing.
Own space.
Own space. Okay.
You don't want a timeshare in Bastion.
No.
Okay. Own space. On by the docks. Okay. I got a lovely place for you.
Mhm.
You can barely hear the ringing of the bells of the ships, and then you can just hear ding 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 ding.
And a seagull, just nonstop fucking seagulls.
Yeah. It's
Someone who
there.
lived by
It's quite loud.
As someone who lived by a railroad, you get used to it.
Actually, do I have harbor sounds?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
I
it's
got
so
harbor.
loud.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, sorry,
absolutely.
I'm turning it down. Okay. Okay. Your own place,
Mhm.
fully owned. You can buy it today, $2,000.
Is that gold?
Yeah, gold. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. The paperwork is signed. You receive the deed. You give them the cash. They shake your hand and hand you over the keys to a lovely house, a lovely home by the docks. There's the smell of fish, the sound of boats and gulls, but it's yours.
yeah, I lock the door and go to Rainier's house.
Okay.
Actually, tell you what, I open it up and I like, I'll find like a floorboard that's like kind of fucked up. I'll lift up the floorboard, put like 10 gold in a pouch in there, just so when somebody robs this place, they have something to show for it.
Yeah. Hey, when you open that floorboard, there's
Yeah.
already a pouch in there.
How much?
You look in there. It's 10 electro.
Okay, I leave the 10 electrum and add 10 gold.
Fuck you, Sean.
Yeah, the electrum stays in a hole in my house so that a thief can take it.
Oh, that's where all the
lest
electrum in the world goes.
Lest I throw it into the bay. But yeah, Zal just leaves for a bit to go handle real estate
Cool.
with the mage mask on.
Cool, very good. The only things inside this place is there's a bed that looks like if you sat on it, it would fall apart. There's a chair with a table. There's a table with a chair that when you sit on it is unlevel and constantly just rocks a little bit. There's not much. Empty. The rats are chewing on like what are the last of the food inside the cabinets. You know, little crumbs
Actually, I'll leave the door unlocked.
for the rats.
Well, somebody might need this. Somebody might need this before I need it. I gotta have more time to fix this shit up, but I don't have that time. So, like, in case anybody needs this real bad, they can have it for a bit.
Incredible.
Zal is generous in his heart.
Okay. Okay. Real estate purchased. A mogul in the making.
Yep.
All right.
You always remember your first.
It's a
Your
starter
first
home.
shithole.
Your first real estate investment. Thank you. Someday I'm gonna be a tycoon, but for now, like homeless people can live in it for free if they feel like it and have the gumption. Or drunks can sleep there if they need to, if they can't get back to their boats.
Sick. Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
You're writing my
today?
notes. House down by the
Down by the river.
broke bed, fucked up floorboard, and rats.
Here's a long shot. Can I find that? Was it red and white umbrella or rainbow umbrella?
Mm.
Oh yeah. Cool. I will give you your choice. You can do perception, survival, or investigation to search around the city to see if you can find them. Let me tell you your target before you roll. Let's say you need above 15. 15 or higher.
Come on, 11. Hey!
Okay, cool.
We're just snapping them out.
Through your wiles, you were able to find the street that they are on. They're in a less well-traveled location, but you can see, similar to the first time you had approached them, or the first several times, they once again have like a crowd around them. You can see a human male and a human female. You know that the male handles the kind of the pomp and circumstance and the selling of the product, and it's the woman who actually produces the magic itself and the marks themselves. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll go back up to him and say, I want to thank you. This mark has been very efficient and helped me a lot during my travels. And I'm wondering, is it possible to get more than one mark?
You see the man responds, and he says, "That is wonderful news to hear. I'm very glad that you're enjoying your magic, and that it's helped you and others. More than one, though." And he turns and says, "Vlen, what do you think? Do you think someone can have more than one of these marks?" Let me see if that's actually possible.
Yeah, that's why I said long shot. Well, it's partially why I said long
I appreciate that these salesmen are checking.
shot.
That is a mark in their favor.
You see the woman Vlen, as she's been called, considers this for a moment and looks at you and says, "Well, one tends to be quite taxing for most folk occasionally. Those that don't have a natural knack for magic, it can be a bit exhausting, but more than one is possible, but could be dangerous occasionally. But if you have the constitution for such things, then shouldn't be a problem.
No, let me assure you, I am overflowing with constitution.
Well, then why don't you step in here? She pulls the she has like a little tent set up. That's where she performs the um, rune magic, the blood magic itself, and gestures for you to enter.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Cool.
What are the options
Oh.
again?
Pardon?
What are the options again?
I will tell
Because I
you.
may not get one. Yeah.
Yeah, I will tell you. um, the tent looks as you remember it to be. It's mainly like a table, set of chairs, and there's like alchemy-esque products in here, but a lot of incense. Roll a insight check for me.
Mm-hmm. God, I wasted that good roll earlier. Oh, just kidding.
Hell yeah. With your
Okay.
21, you get the since like you look around here and you're like, this is all for show. Like this is to like sell more of it once you're in here. Um, she doesn't even need any of these things to do it. Like the power comes, the power to put it on you is coming from her. But she goes about the routine of like getting some herbs and crushing them, and is creating this red ink, so to speak. And as she does, she begins asking you what it is that you would be interested in. So you have Long Strider, right?
Yep.
Okay. I believe I know how much I charge for these, but do you recall how much it cost you?
100% no.
Okay, yeah, I know it's relatively inexpensive.
Yeah, I remember it not being because we didn't have
Yeah,
a ton of money at the time.
Yeah.
It's also the thing that freaked us out is how easily acquired it was.
Yeah, because a lot of people have this, right? So it's yeah, it can't be that expensive. Yeah. Okay, cool. um, cool. She offers you for 100 gold, you can get Expeditious Retreat, False Life, Featherfall, or Silent Image.
Hmm.
For 200 gold, you can get Blur, Invisibility, Misty Step. For 300 gold, you can get the Sending Spell.
Okay.
And then there are some minor cantrips that are 75 gold.
Which
You
ones
can
are
get, you can get Mage Hand, Message, Minor Illusion, or Prestidigitation.
there? Oh, that's concentration. Damn it. Visibility is concentration too. Can we come back to me?
Featherfall's always a good one.
I know.
You never want it till you need it.
She like basically has like the ink and everything ready, and she's like, I mean, we're already here.
Mm.
Yeah, how much is Featherball?
100.
I think Firm already has that.
It's not about what they have. It's what you have.
List the first and second for me again.
Expeditious Retreat, which adds speed. But I don't know if that's actually concentration or not. False life, which is like temp HP,
hmm
then featherfall, and then silent image.
Definitely don't want image. Um, pretty good. I can get 10 hit points from him. Is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zal's giving you
Expeditious.
way more temp HP than that. can do.
Yeah,
Expeditious is concentration.
yeah, I saw that. How long are you gonna be here for?
I don't know. Our shop moves often. We have yet to find a place of our own. What we do here is unorthodox. It's hard to find a steady place.
Because although I don't know if I have anything else that I want, but I do have a group that may be interested. So if you'll be around for a while,
Um, Again, I don't know how long we'll be here. We've been here for several hours already.
okay, well, for your troubles and for everything that you've done for me so far, and I'll leave 50 gold.
She graciously takes it and thanks you as well. And should you find us again, please bring your friends.
Oh, for sure. I'll leave.
Okay. You can see the gentleman ushering another person into the tent as they are pulling money out of their coin purse.
Should ask more about it. Damn it. Oh, I'll ask the guy since she's busy. Um, what exactly is the drawback of this mark?
Oh, well, very minimal compared to all the wonders it provides to you, I should say.
Sure, but there's always a catch, isn't there?
Well, it's more to do with how much you can handle, and by the looks of you, I'd say you can handle quite a bit, my friend, right?
Oh, absolutely. But for those
Hey,
who
I
can't,
noticed you only have the one. I thought you were getting another one installed today.
I was interested, but nothing piqued my fancy.
Hmm, I see.
At least not yet.
Well,
So,
sh-
for someone who doesn't have the will like I do, for instance, the guy who just walked in, he doesn't look especially haughty.
well, looks can be deceiving, but if overused, anybody who's not practiced with magic, the arcane, the weave, such things might leave you a little lightheaded. Oh, a simple glass of cold, refreshing ale or water, whatever has you, fix you right up, I'm sure.
All right, good to know. Thank you.
See you soon.
Yeah, I'll head out.
Okay.
I'll tell the others about it, but I don't know if anyone's interested or if they'll still be there at the time.
Okay. Anything else anybody wishes to get done on this day?
Not necessarily. My goal was just buy spell scrolls, so
Okay. I don't have any scrolls in the store
I
currently.
know. That's
Yeah.
all I was like. That's all it was.
Yeah. You guys just bought me out of all that stuff previously. Um, cool. In that case, you return to Rainier's house. Um, Ganbert is there, making sure everything is, attended to as normal. There are no letters or notices or anything like that awaiting you. He hasn't mentioned any guests dropping by or anything like that, while you all were gone.
Glad you're
Uh,
safe, kid.
yeah. He does ask, like, what did you do? What did you end up doing? Did actually the first thing he does is welcome Ember back, um, as he exclaims, "You guys did it! I mean, you were dead, and you're here."
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Or-
Again.
I'm glad. It's good to see you all again.
Good to see you too.
How's everything here? How you doing?
Oh, great, great. It's normally I'm okay when you guys, leave, but this time I was just a bit nervous because of all the circumstances and everything, and then you were gone for so long that I didn't know if you were going to come back, and I mean, I should know that you're going to come back, but I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you're all here.
I think that was something we need to discuss. Um, sorry again, but not necessarily you, but the West of Us is the fifth season. There are issues outside of Bastion, and I know we want to make it to our place as soon as possible to get what we need to get. But there are people out there who are hurting. There's a town that's been destroyed entirely, and that's who knows how many people. There's things we can do to help people, and I think that's something that should be put on our radar. Is radar a thing? That should be put at the back of our minds, if not the front of them.
I agree.
So I found these missions that are either on our way or on our way back, depending on when we want to take care of them. And he'll show what's the missions from the Slayers Guild. Is it the
Yeah.
take? Slayers take, right?
You can just call it the Slayers Guild as well.
I
It's the
always
Slayers
do.
Stronghold.
Stronghold. I'm
Yeah.
fixing that in my notes right now because I always fuck that up.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We all understand what it is we're talking about.
Oh,
Don't we
Um,
also
No,
have
no.
a thing about a snail?
there is a snail. Yeah, there's a snail in Echo Cave that should anybody wish to go get, and essentially it's a if you kill it, you can harvest its parts to make things.
I thought we. Never mind.
That was the
Yeah,
cave fishers.
yeah. Last,
Oh,
not
okay.
yeah, but much farther than the cave fishers. That's like closer to the tower on the eastern coast. Yeah, the last whale of the flail snail.
The flail snail.
Do you know what those parts do? Not that we're gonna do it anytime soon.
um, the understanding is, I think you guys either rolled for it or some of the information was provided to you. Its shell can be harvested to create an object, a shield specifically, that can reflect magic.
Oh, punch him in the face.
Now that is neat, but I'll put forth that while some of us may now make use of shields, it has been categorically the case that when we have attempted to craft armor in the past, it was somewhat short-sighted.
I'm more concerned about these two, and he'll put forth the giants and the undead.
I was thinking about that.
If
Oh,
I
let me
had
let me pose
go
this question. How would everybody feel if we're doing one of those things, and while doing them, Rue obtains the key to the tower?
Well, that's why I posited that we could potentially do it after.
Right, well, that's exactly why I'm asking the question. I mean, it seems we head to Finlanora, obtain the key to control the army, and we can worry about these after that.
I think that is the best big picture decision, but I admittedly can't help but consider the circumstances that created Rue, and effectively, this would be the remaking of the same choices. I do agree that you're right as far as the practicality of it, but the situation feels awful familiar.
It's also not a large leap in logic to assume that the undead may be connected to the children of the Docksire in some way.
The last one was.
This situation, and he puts his hand on the uh on the flyer for the undead. I mean, this is magnified in under a 10-day. What do you think, Zol?
Uh, I mean, I'm inclined to agree with Cal, but it is worth doing, I suppose.
Ember Prime?
Look, I I understand there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and a lot of it we could really use our attention, but we're the only ones that know what's in Finlanora. And there there are enough people who can try to tackle these other things, and without as horrible as it sounds, these little side ventures, we've lost people on them, and we can't really afford to lose anyone before we go after the key.
I understand and I agree, but think of all the other people that were lost while we were off doing other things. I'm not saying
Right? We can't fix. Like I'm about to say, we can't fix the world, but the reality is, we are the ones trying to fix the world, and there's only so much of us to go around.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying what I mean in your own words, and I don't truly believe this myself, but we are the only ones who know about this, and there is an entire city protecting the area. Again, I'm on the side of doing it after, but potentially that is safe while other people are dying.
I mean, not to sound ultra callous, but one of those cities is gone. Those people are dead. There's nothing we can do to bring back an entire city.
How many other
And
cities have to fall before it garners our attention?
the rest
Then
of the
nothing's-
world,
they're not gonna
because
stop us
that's
from
what's
all
going
of
to
it.
fall if one of us goes there and dies.
Right, and I thought the whole reason we were going after this is because we determined it wasn't safe right now. That more than likely Rue was after it, and we're in a race to get there before he does.
Yeah, that seems to go back and forth an awful lot.
I think we're all in agreement. It's just a voicing of the concerns.
I agree. The key comes first, but I just don't want to ignore the other problems in the world. Just because we're looking at the big picture doesn't mean we have to ignore the smaller picture.
Wonderful. We're in agreement that we're all going after the key. The rest we can deal with afterwards.
Yep.
Uh, so, I can't recall. Are you capable of long distance communication?
No, I'm not.
Or,
Why do you ask?
you met my my friends back in Maras. You would have been able to send to them if
Holy shit.
It begins to thunder.
Yeah.
you would have been able to send to them. But it's all right.
I can send to Kurt. I met him. I cured his poison, remember?
Right. That
Frankly,
might do.
for most of my magical life, I have not had anyone to send to, so
Understood.
It's not that bad. You get used to it.
I picked up that magic anyway.
Ember, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to send a message to Kurt then, if we could.
Yeah. What do you need me to send?
I'll pen that out and he'll give it to you to send to him.
Cal, being back in Bastion, right? Obviously, you have a focus on getting the key, but being back in Bastion now, is there like a lull in the conversation? You do recall that your parents had invited you and everyone to a dinner that they were going to have, and based on the timeline of when you left and came back, it's currently the 14th. The 16th is when they'd be having it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, quick word, everyone. Mother and Father Cliff Tinthila are holding a little soiree in a couple of days, and they have extended invitations to all of us if we are still in town and so inclined. It will certainly be a way to blow off steam. I just don't know if we will still be in town, if we'll be on our way to Finlanor.
Think if we don't have time for Smallhood, we don't have time for dinners.
Oh no, right. I mean, I certainly agree. That's why I brought it up to the group and said, I don't know what we're doing. Just wanted to make sure that everyone was fully informed.
Right. That was just my vote.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like we have much of a plan right now as to what we're doing going forward. Does anyone anticipate even being here in 2 days? Does anyone not anticipate being here in 2 days?
I mean,
I
when
figure we make our way tomorrow.
Certainly. I say
Right.
the sooner the better.
I suppose allowing for firm, you're gonna try to get some kind of magic from Baracus, right?
Oh yeah, the thing he did, the private sanctuary. We
I
should be here
mean,
tomorrow, right?
right, but you're gonna need some time, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, if the magic is good enough, it might be worth the wait if it's gonna help us.
I could just go see him today, right? Say we had changed the plans, we have to get going, so I could just run by there and do it today, and then meet up with you guys when I'm done.
I think that's best.
He's like,
I
"How's
mean,
the sushi, everybody?"
maybe Ember can send a message ahead to Baracus saying, "Hey, firm's actually gonna stop by today."
Yep.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, it's like 7 in the evening. This will take 8 hours for you to do.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But if we're leaving tomorrow anyway, it's like the only chance to really do it. So
Well, yeah, that's the question. I just want to let you know what time it was and how long it is to give you an idea of whether or not they would be receptive to spending the next 8 hours doing this, right?
Ember Prime, do you think you could see if he's up for it?
Yep. I can do that. Oh, okay, sending. Hey, Baracus, Ember Prime. Firm wants to know if you're still up for letting him take a look at your spell book. That's one word, spell book.
Tome.
Shut
Either
up,
way.
Firm. That's my last 3 words.
um, you get a message back pretty quickly. It says, well, I didn't expect I'd be up late tonight. What's the most powerful magic he knows?
Oof. Oofda.
Firm, what's the most powerful magic you know? How many spell
Uh,
slots do I have to do this?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I have 6 he can choose from: control water, Leomund secret chest, locate creature, polymorph, psychic glance, storm sphere.
You pick what you think would be the most enticing to a wizard.
Is he a wizard?
Baracus is a wizard.
Oh, I thought he was a fucking a warlock.
Because he's a tiefling? Come on.
Racist.
Yeah.
Racist.
No, I thought
Confirmed.
he was a
Racist
decent ass
confirmed
before.
again.
You are correct.
Racist.
No. I give him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you pick is going to determine whether he wants to stay up late, right? You have to entice the man.
In the meantime, I do have
Oh, that's so hard.
the note that Rainier will pass to Ember Prime and say, I left space if you wanted to introduce yourself.
Cold water's versatility, Rothalum's
I
if you
don't
want to be
see
sneaky.
anything, but yeah.
Okay, I'll.
I
throw
see it in the group.
Oh
in the
no,
group,
I see it. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So Firm will offer up. He can have
21. No.
21.
Oh, is it 21? Oh, I thought I cut it down. Hold on.
It's all good.
Is it?
I can just
Don't you have 20? Is it 20 words or 25 words?
I have 25, but
Yeah.
20.
hey,
yeah.
so and so, it's Ember Prime is 5 words, and that's the first 5 words of every sending. No, it's okay. I got this. I won't actually bother to even introduce myself. I will just say, message from Rainier, giant south of Carrick, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Sound like a fucking old school news announcer.
Giant south of
Message from
Carolina.
Rainier,
Northern
giant-
Beach.
Hello there,
Traveling
gang.
plan. Single engagement not recommended. Refugees at risk. Marasi Brotherhood could be recruited.
It's literally what all of his journal entries look like.
I need that clipped.
It sounds like the recap from Legend of Korra.
You get a message back.
Announcer, Harvey Keitel. Right, Adam? Isn't that
What's
his
that?
name? Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel's an actor.
Who's the announcer that they reference it in Better Off
Oh,
Dead?
Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell.
That does sound similar. That does sound similar. You get a message back from Kurt Ember. The message you received back just says, I don't remember exactly what his voice sounded like, but what you hear back is just, see what I do.
Let's see what he can do. All right, let's mark that spell slot off just in case.
All right, Firm.
What you got for me, Firm? More importantly, what you got for Baracus, Firm?
Firm has 3. I need to double check this real quick. All right, so Lehman's secret chest. You need the materials, like rare materials, to make like a 5,000 GP chest. Got it.
Yeah.
What is considered rare materials?
You have to spend the money. Like, you could. I'm not going to make you go forage for the materials, right? It's you put the money up, right, for him. If the chest needs a $5,000 chest, then you need to pony up $5,000.
Okay, well, this is what Firm offers.
Materials and all. Okay.
Hey, Baracus, me again. Firm offers control water, psychic lance, or Lehman's secret chest, materials and all. There's also some other stuff he said before, but I've forgotten what it is. How are you? You still up?
Yes,
I don't know,
I'm
Firm.
still up.
Never mind, he didn't go to bed.
He's caught my attention. Tell him to come over as soon as possible.
All right, get your ass over there, Firm. Fast
at
as
the
you can.
Arcanium?
Go.
He is at the Arcanium, yeah.
I look at Ember Prime. Can I have the crystal?
What?
Why would I walk? It's raining.
It doesn't. Doesn't the key not take us to the Arcanium?
It doesn't. This
It
is
doesn't.
a misconception.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It
Yeah,
takes
it
us
takes
to
us to the
City
council
Hall,
chamber.
basically.
Yeah, it's the key to the city, not the key to the
I hate
Arcania.
that. It doesn't add up in my mind. It does not add up ever.
They are very much not one and the same entities.
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say it's raining?
Yes.
Aren't you a person of the water? You can control water. We just keep yourself dry.
I can breathe. I don't have to breathe. I don't live in the water. I'm not a mermaid.
But you have the ability to control water. Rain is just water. Part the seas. I've seen you do it like 3 times.
Okay, so
Which
I will
honestly
use.
doesn't sound like a lot because it's like, oh, it's only 3 times, but like, no, it's 3 fucking times. That's wild.
I'll start ritually
Anyway, he's
casting
waiting for
Phantom
you.
Speed outside, like to spawn outside the house, and then as soon as I get on the horse, I'll use that to and control water to make my way there.
Okay. How long does the control water last?
I think it's like 10 minutes, so I have that. Plus, I have shape water. Combinations.
I love the fact that Ferb just point blank refuses to walk. No, I will take 10 minutes to summon a horse to carry my ass.
Okay.
Also,
Wait, I
water
can't even use
falls
control water.
fast. Water falls pretty fast.
Yeah, this is purely a moment of the Ember Prime not getting what these spells can actually.
Okay.
God. I am a fighter, not a water dwarf.
What are you attempting to do with your control water? Keep the rain off you, or help you traverse the river?
I don't even think I can use the control water. Can I use shape water to keep the rain off of me, and then when I hit the river, use control water to just not be in the water? Use it to just propel me across. Just keep going, zoom, zoom.
Look, I love the idea of both of these, but the control, the shape water is it's kind of specific because you're targeting the air, which has water in it, which is not the same as targeting a cube of water. Also, you wouldn't be able to do it as fast as the water continuously comes down.
What you need
So
to do is you need to make a square of water over the top of you that would absorb the water falling down like an umbrella.
yeah, I would allow
water
the
disc.
control water for part water to part it above you so it does not hit you. That I will allow. But you still have to somehow get across the river, and although you can move flow, you don't I mean, you'd be moving the flow of you and the steed in the water itself, which then is the question of I don't know why you have the steed if you're all getting wet, right? I think what you want is water walk so the steed can run on water, right?
Yeah, but I love how the semantics of this. It was just to make me propel across the water faster.
Right, but
Yeah, I can do.
neither you nor the steed can walk on water, right? So you'd be getting in the water and then moving the water that you're in, but also 10 minutes of this won't get you across the river. The river's too big, right?
That's fair.
So you can some of this works the way you want it to, but not
well.
all of it works.
Here, let's do this because Firm's too deep in this. He's not taking the ferry. Sorry. It should
It's
be
one
like a go-through.
it's one silver, and it's also free for you guys right now.
And he'll just start. He'll do what you suggested with the Phantom Steed and then the water walk.
Okay, and then you can run across. Yeah. Because if your steed runs on the water, it is way faster than you controlling water.
Yeah.
Way faster. You can cross this river in record time. Okay, an excellent usage of spells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. You get over there. Baracus tells you while he normally would be extremely interested in the secret chest. You see he reaches into his cloak and pulls out a little tiny chest. He already has this spell.
Should have suspected you would have that.
So he's like, as much as I would love to use that, what actually interests me is you mentioned psychic magic, and that is what he will he'll offer to you the private sanctum in exchange for learning the psychic lance spell.
He'll agree, and then just so he has an understanding, he's like, the versatility of it is what makes it really useful. It could track down Umelli even when she couldn't be seen.
Yeah, the two of you begin essentially like he pulls over a blackboard and the two of you begin working out like the dynamics of how each of these spells work. And so the two of you are up till like 3, 4 in the morning doing
Yeah.
this work, right? Um,
Also, this
uh,
was something I forgot I did a long time ago. It has nothing to do with like it's just for Baracus. Firm has to break down his cookbook of spells because his spells aren't listed as regular spells. They're listed as like ingredients to a dish. So anybody who reads it wouldn't really understand it.
yeah, he finds it remarkably novel and extremely frustrating.
That's fine. He'll be all right. Firm's here to teach him.
But he does see in there, he's like, is that a recipe for lemon cakes?
Maybe.
Let's also talk about this. Cool. The two of you work on your spells. Since you're not copying from a spell scroll, you don't need to make a check to copy this.
Nice.
Um,
And I
so
will give him a lemon cake using create food and water.
excellent. Cool. A meeting of the minds, an exchange of knowledge is provided. He also, since you're able to, like, his spell book is there for you. He does have other spells he will allow you to learn. In 4th level, he can offer you Dominate Beast.
Oh my god.
He also knows the Tongue spell, which is 3rd level,
Mm-hmm.
and he could offer you higher level magic. But your time is limited because
Yeah.
he won't be able to do more than this today.
Would you allow, this is very trivial, if Firm reads it right now, right? And being a wizard, an intelligence check, and I could later on just use major image or minor illusion to pull up Baracus' spell book when I have the time.
No.
Damn.
No. Yeah, wizards. You gotta do real wizard shit. Although
Damn.
that is wizardry. The idea is that like his book is all complex arcane runes and equations, and yours
Yeah,
is
it's
a very complex chef spell, and you just can't replicate it correctly that way.
damn it.
Yeah. That's all the time it takes. It's not just it, but the time it takes to practice it and get it right. And he knows how you're supposed to pronounce the words and do them right. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to put the real work in. No shortcuts. You could kill him.
No,
Oh my
no,
god.
no.
Okay.
What if I just pay him and then ask him in his free time if he can create a copy of his book for me, and then whenever I make it back, I'll pick it up.
He tells you to go fuck yourself.
Fuck. Okay, I'll just take my one spell right now.
Yeah. He's like, you can come back and we can exchange knowledge, but nothing is given freely in the wizardry world. This is a lesson you must learn.
I was paying you.
Not enough for that, boy.
Anyways.
Okay. Anything anybody else wishes to do this evening?
If it's possible, I would like to either go to a library or a record, house of records, maybe within the Light Spire or something, and I would like to begin research on Selûnite, like faith and practice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I am all for this.
And
Yeah, you sure
I
can.
have like proficiency in religion, so I'm assuming I don't have like I have like a baseline understanding, but I'm trying to get like a cultural information.
Yeah, something a little bit more specific. Sure. Yes. Yeah, you can go. There. They have an archive. I mean, it's a lot of Lathander stuff,
Mhm.
obviously. But there is like they have tomes on like these are other deities. They're okay.
Mhm.
They're okay.
Yeah, Rainier's been like a polytheistic practitioner, but like that's just the Selûne's not like a primary deity of worship in the area, so that's
Yeah. She's not one of the major major ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Your choice. You can roll a religion check with I'll give you advantage on it. Or if you want to do investigation.
Oh, let's take religion with advantage.
Noise.
Okay. Nat 2025.
Damn.
I'm happy for that.
Okay.
I always roll nat 20s in weird places.
In weird places. Okay, cool. Can I? Yeah. Okay. You find a tome, all about saloon or saloona or saloona, saloone, depending on your pronunciation. It has this image as the covering, which is the symbol of the Moon Maiden. Are you looking are you looking for something specific? With your nat 20, basically, like, what do you want to know?
Maybe the history of worship in the area, or like maybe like in this realm, I guess, and potentially like her her pantheonic like relationship, I guess. Um, like where is her place both in the cosmos and within like our world at large, if that makes sense.
Yeah. um, so you find this tome as well as several other corroborating evidence scrolls and whatnot, and are able to kind of piece a lot of this information together. She's not known to be as far as like this world goes, she's not known to be the strongest of deities, but much like Lathander, whose light is power overwhelming, right? It shines across the world. When his light rests, her light takes over. So she is recognized in strength, certainly because of that. In Lathander's worship, is when his light goes, she takes over. But she's not widely worshipped throughout the lands. There are certainly people that revere her, much in the way that there's many gods you can pray to. You usually focus on one, but there's many that are understood to be in existence. So her presence is out there, but it's very rare. Like, even in this city, her temple would be so small, so small. You probably wouldn't even know it was there, right? Just because she's not one of the major players here. However, she is more worshipped in the Elven lands. It's there. She's a bigger part of their overall culture, though much of their worship is to Corlon, and then as their prime deity, in the sense of like their creation. Most of everybody in Finland Nora actually has worship to Melora and Maliki. They're much more connected to the natural realm that they live in. However, there is record of there is moon worship in Finland Nora. There is known to be small statues and small little not there is you actually find record of there is a moon temple in Finland Nora as well, and that they do have a moon festival that is celebrated every full moon. They celebrate it, but especially once a year in midsummer, which is a holiday month, right? That is celebrated as her holiday, and they have like a small little festival during that time. In terms of greater pantheon, I don't know. I mean, she's still alive. She's not at war with anybody. Some people think she actually lives in that moon in the sky. Others don't necessarily believe that. but some people think that she literally is the moon or walks on it. Any other information? You have a nat 20, right? So any other information or clarification you want?
I think that gets me exactly what I was looking for, which is how to be respectful upon approach and significantly understanding that, like, no one that we may or may not represent will be a point of contention upon our arrival.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, uh, while Rael might be able to provide some additional information, I'll just tell you because you rolled the nat 20. He'll confirm all this that you have found here. That yeah, there definitely is, like, there's the Moon Temple. They have a festival. It's this time, this day, and then he might be able to add more local information to
Mhm.
that.
Perfect.
Yeah, cool. Very good.
I just sip some whiskey and read for the evening.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anybody else have anything else they'd like to take care of? Okay. Those of you inside, there's just a quiet, constant droning of the rain pattering on the roofs and streets outside, the occasional rolling of thunder. A long rest is had by everyone. Firm early in the morning. Do you stay at the Arcanium or do you head back to Rainier's when you're done?
Oh no, Firm's not going outside at night on his
Okay.
own.
Okay. Yeah, then you're provided space in the Arcanium. Essentially, it's just Fettelworks workshop, so they set up a cot for you to sleep in. um, and it's kind of rough rest for you. Fettelwork, ever since hearing that he was one of the prime species, he's like, yeah, he's super jazzed. He's up all night long working on new modifications to the constructs and golems that he is in charge of in the city here.
A lot of forearms.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out, like, if 4 was good, why not 6? Why not 8? Right? How many can I put on
God.
this thing before it doesn't work right?
What about
So
gnome
began
size?
the rise of the spider people.
The
Yeah.
spider bots.
Oh my god. The birth of Doc Ock.
The Doc Ock.
Yeah. Do you want to get Doc Ox? Because this is how we get Doc Ox.
Oh my god, he makes a Doc Ock suit for himself.
Doc's Ock.
Doc Ock. That'll work.
Like
Ox, I
attorneys
don't know.
general.
Yeah, Attorneys General, Doc's Ock.
Doc Ock. Cool. In the morning, you all meet back up at Rainier's. Firm, I'll bring you over there. Cool. We're essentially at time, unless anybody has something they have to do in the morning. Otherwise, we'll pick up with this next session.
Just crying internally.
Okay. Inspiring leader. Everybody gets 13 temp HP, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's add that on that thing.